Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Hector here with Atlas Aspects. I'm over here today at my local park, rocking the quarantine hair out in public, which I'm sure some of you are also doing. But I wanted to talk with you guys today about a hike I did this past weekend with my girlfriend Gabrielle, her father, our dogs Porter and Frankie. And we went up to Bassi Falls, which is near South Lake Tahoe. I'm going to be showing you guys the hike start to finish, including some of the highlights that I found, which you'll see in the beginning of this video. And then you're going to want to stick around till the end, because at the end I'm going to give you guys a review on some of the things that you might want to consider before you go and do this hike. So let's get started.
So the entire time you're hiking, you're actually going right next to this water. And it's really neat because I don't know about you guys, but when I'm hiking and I hear water, I just feel like I'm on top of the world. This hike was in no way difficult to follow. The trail is pretty distinct, but you can see in this little clip here that if you are having a hard time, they actually mark the trees with these little stamps of a hiker to keep you on your path, which I actually thought was a really unique and fun way to figure out where you're going. Like I had mentioned, this trail really isn't very difficult to follow, but some people might find it a little bit difficult because at some point you're walking through this really beautiful lush forestry. And even though the trail itself is kind of beat down and you can see where people are walking quite frequently because it's very well trafficked, there were times where I felt that it could be a little bit confusing. So definitely having those stamps helped. Oh man, this was pretty cool. I didn't see too much nature, like as far as animals go, while I was out there. But one of the cool things is I ran across a bunch of lizards. I had a field day chasing them down with the camera. My hiking companions for this trip were my lovely girlfriend Gabrielle Ray and her father Randy Ray, and then my girlfriend Gabby's pug Frankie, and my dog Porter, which you've probably seen in a few of my videos. When you're hiking along the trail, it's really cool because there are a lot of spots you can kind of venture out and explore. This is one of the neat things that I found while I was exploring. I found this down log right here, as you can see, that goes right across the river. And you could walk totally along it. It was completely and totally secure. I found it to be really neat, kind of being out there in the middle of everything. As you can see, it's just gorgeous.
Hey, you. If you made it this far, I must be doing something right. So if you've liked what I've put out, feel free to like and smash that subscribe button, because you don't want to miss out on my weekly content. Every week I'm producing great reviews on beautiful California hikes, and eventually hopefully I'll be able to get out into other states and give you guys even more hikes in other states. So hit that like button.
Alright, a little shameless promotion for myself. But anyway, back to the hike. So it's really neat. If you look up and at any given time on this hike, you will see how just ginormous these trees are. So the reason I kept this little clip here, you may be asking yourself, because it doesn't seem all that interesting, is that I wanted to show you guys just how rocky some parts of this trail actually were. As you can see, we're getting pretty close to the top of Bassi Falls, but I wanted to take a second and really let you guys know I appreciate you all for being on this journey with me. It means so much to me to have your guys' support on this channel. And I really make a good effort to try to give you guys quality content. I really hope you enjoy it. It means the world to me that you even stop and take the time to try and watch my videos. You guys are the best, and I really appreciate you. Remember to stick around, guys, because at the end of this video, as I said in the beginning, I'm going to be giving you guys a detailed review on some things that I really enjoyed about this hike and some things that were a little bit less enjoyable. Alright, so after a short little trek through the woods, we finally make it up to the top of Bassi Falls, which I have to say was actually very pleasant. My only complaint would be that there were quite a few people. Other than that, it was so nice sitting next to that water, enjoying a nice drink and having some snack. I have to say, going along this hike, there wasn't a time where you couldn't look around and see something beautiful. But once I got to the top of Bassi Falls, I was just in awe. It's entirely and totally gorgeous. And as you can see right now, we're just enjoying some drinks and hanging out. But I've also got some really awesome shots, which you'll see here in just a sec.
Alright guys, so I really hope you enjoyed that video. I had to move the camera setup into my car. It was getting a little too windy out there, so hopefully you guys can hear me a little better towards the end of this video. But okay, so Bassi Falls. Some things that I would consider. It's a really great hike, but it's not a very strenuous hike. If you're the type who likes to hike for fitness, then it's probably not the hike for you. I think in total the hike ended up being 4 miles, 2 miles there, 2 miles back, which I'm not saying wasn't worth it, because it really was. I mean, the views were stunning, and although the hike was more like a nature walk, I feel like I really got a lot from everything I saw, so it's definitely worth it. But what I would recommend is that if you don't live in that area, maybe check out trying to get into an Airbnb and doing a couple hikes over a weekend or something, not just that particular one by itself. Another thing is be prepared, because it is very heavily trafficked. We got there about 10:30 in the morning from a 3.5 hour drive, and there was already maybe 30 cars along the road and in the few parking areas that are at the hike. By the time we left the hike, which I think I have some footage in this video of, there were cars parked all the way down the mile-long stretch of road that's before you get to the trailhead, and including the parking lot across the road from where you enter, and 2 other parking lots were entirely full. That being said, I didn't see a lot of trash, which I was very pleased for. I think I only picked up maybe 2 items of trash on the whole trail, so that's great. That's good. At least people are out there being responsible, which I like to see. All in all, I would say that this hike was probably a good 6 out of 10 for me, because I actually enjoy hiking for fitness, but everything else about it was really fantastic. The views were stunning, as I'm sure you saw. All in all, it was a good hike, and I recommend it.